Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning from where I am. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you for where you are. Early morning, early morning, early morning to you. Early morning, early morning, early morning to you for all of you who are coming in from Africa. So I hope I've covered the East Coast of USA. I've covered Indonesia, and I've covered Africa, and I've covered the areas of the Midwest. I am right now coming to you from Medan, Indonesia. And I'm telling you that it is wonderful. They have been so extremely kind to us here. I started out being in, where was that? Jakarta first. And we did a week over in Jakarta. And then we went and did a week in Solo. Then we went and did a week in Jogja. And now I am here in Medan. And so I'm just thankful to God for how kind He has been. And we got here by going and doing a season, doing 2 weeks in Africa, and then doing a week in the UK. And so it's like that song, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. Bishop Heath, you come to my city when I'm not even in my city. God bless you, man of God. I appreciate you. You are either preaching the house down somewhere there, or you're making sure everything is legislated right on the Hill. I'm not sure which cap you're wearing today, but we thank God for your life and how God has graced you to speak truth to power and to do what you do for the kingdom and for the United States. We're grateful for what God is doing. And I'm just trying to tell you that I am here. I'm not ministering right now because, of course, where I am right now, it's 6 a.m. on Thursday morning. But this wonderful ministry and this pastor and his wife, um, I mean, Pastor Gideon and his wife, Pastor Poppy, they are being so extremely kind to us here. And they said after we had ministered 1 or 2 days there, they asked me to pray for their leaders and to minister to their leaders. And I did that. And do you know that my wife made me aware of how many they had told her, because I laid hands on all of their pastors and leaders and all, and I laid hands on more than 2,200 people when I was in Jakarta, Solo, wherever it was. The last place was Jogja. And then for them, I laid hands on more than 500 people. So let me please tell you, when you talk about virtue going out, after I had done all of that, the pastor said, for your anniversary, because this past weekend we celebrated 45 years of marriage, this pastor said, I want you to just take 1 or 2 days. And they brought us to this resort. It's not fancy, it is secluded. We are up in the hills, and you're not going to believe this. They got 2 lakes out here. The man that owns this property loves animals, and they've got a hippopotamus out here, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you that they simply said, happy anniversary. We want you to do nothing but relax. And so they took us out to dinner on last evening, and we didn't really get a chance to sleep. We just kind of shut our eyes and shaved a little bit, and now we're up ready to do this. And they said, we want to take you to breakfast and do all of that. And so it's just been such a wonderful experience. I didn't know that Christians could love a pastor like this. I just, I did not know. I didn't know. And just the way that they are loving on us. And I'm thankful for great leadership and great ministry there at Faith United Ministries in District Heights, Maryland, because I would just have to call them when I realized I couldn't get back in time to do a teaching or do a recording. I called them and they just filled in and did absolutely wonderful when I thought I was going to be back in time and be able to do it. And I just called it the last minute. And they have done a wonderful, wonderful job keeping the people of God fed. And our team that has been doing a wonderful job at coordinating everything and setting everything up so that I don't have to worry. I love you guys so very, very much. And I appreciate you for being like that. And of course, I'm extremely grateful to have my wife with me on this travel, and she's getting to experience some of the things that I have been experiencing. And she's getting a chance to see some of the things that I've been seeing over the years. And what a great blessing. What a great blessing. And if you think that people are quote unquote having church in the US, that's fine. They may be having church, but in Africa, the UK, and Indonesia, they are loving God. They, they love God desperately. To show it, the service was starting on when we were in Jakarta. The service was starting at 6 o'clock, and by 3:30, the people were lined up